What's the challenge? Why are we truly not getting massive numbers? Why would any new agent ever go anywhere else? And why would they leave if we're really doing what we're supposed to be doing? And so I looked at this and I said, okay, how do we do a couple of things with this program? One, how do we turn it into a recruiting opportunity? How do we turn it into a retention piece that closes the back door? How do we get those 3 levels of agents successful, and especially 2 of them, which would be the new agents and then the messy middle? 4th thing was, how do we make it so it's a viable career for coaches? If Tom Ferry can turn his company into $1 million career path, if all of these coaches that are out there can do this, why can't we in a market center? And so that's where this started. And here's the challenge. You've got somebody that's got to be a trainer, a teacher, an instructor, a consultant, a coach, a psychologist and psychiatrist, and all of this stuff rolled into one. So what's your 20%? It's a challenge for all you team leaders, right? How many times do you get calls on Saturday, and coaches too, and OPs if we've got them, shoot, MCA too, Alex, right? How many times do you get a call on Saturday when you're 2 glasses of wine into your vacation and they say, oh my gosh, I've got a listing appointment Monday and I need you to tell me, yeah, right? Every single one of you are going, yep, right? Regardless of the role. That's a challenge, isn't it? I mean, that's truly a challenge. It doesn't allow you to have a life. It turns you into, we talk about the Pop-Tart agent, the pop-up agent, the Jack-in-the-Box agent. Well, it turns you into the same thing, doesn't it? So how do we solve that issue too? So if I ask you a question, you're coming into this business as a brand new agent. And of course, we all have these conversations. And I say, all right, if you look back in 12 months and you've made exactly what you wanted to make, and it has been a successful rookie year in real estate. And I said, how much would that number be? What would you want to put in your pocket your first year? What's your answer?
It's always 100,000.
Every time, right? All right. So it's $100,000 for every single person. And of course, your next question was, well, great. How much is the most you've ever made in a year? 45. Okay, let's talk about the challenges to get from here to here. Because all this is, it's a mindset piece, but it's an activity piece, right? If you change the activities and you develop the activities that you will do consistently over time, you'll develop and have the new habits to get you the results that you want to have. But the challenge is, what are those activities? And in real estate, they're actually really simple. And I'm going to show you that. But also, how do you get trained consistently with leverage to be able to do those things, right? So if you told me you want to make $100,000 and I turned around and I answered and I said to you, all right, Jackie, thank you. That's awesome. If I can show you day by day, step by step, day 1, day 2, day 3, for the next 365 days, specifically what to do, how to do it, with every piece of support material that you never have to go search for again, would that be of interest to you?
Absolutely.
Of course it would, right? So as a coach, would it be of interest to you guys to be able to have that resource? Would that help you as well and help you leverage what you're doing? Team leaders, would it help you leverage what you're doing and OPs as well, right? How would that help your recruiting and how would that help your retention if you did that? And a lot of you are thinking, well, we've got a lot of that, right? But do you? They've been in your position. And they've had this. The challenge is exactly what you said. What do I do? What is your 20%, right? This gives you that piece where you know exactly what to do because you know where your conversations are, because you get to have conversations based on the 20%, based on their one thing. You get to track the things that actually matter instead of chasing the squirrels. It's been 10 years in the making, in various different forms of doing this. And it looks like there's a ton of stuff here, and there is. And that's because we have to meet an agent where they are. We have to we have to be able to do this process. And this is a conversation I don't think we have enough. When you go to an agent, and all of you guys are different, right? We know I brought up the D, the I, the S, and the C piece earlier. and you look at that, how many of you have had a conversation with your agents that are in your office about that piece, their DISC? And I'm basing it, I'm not going KPA because it's so in-depth in what it does, and it doesn't give you that same information. Because have you had the conversation about if somebody's an SC and what they're going to actually do with lead generation that fits their SC personality, right? How many agents do we know out there that hear this stuff? Oh my gosh, you got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. Well, no, let's find the thing that fits you, that you truly will do and like doing and will do sustainably over that period of time, right? And you look at all the different agents out there, there is something that will fit every single agent. And so when you can have this discussion, Laura, and say, here are the things that you should look at that fit your personality that you will enjoy doing. So what if we gave them everything that they needed? So when you have somebody coming over for a new company, we have to make sure that we get as much red Kool-Aid out as possible. And that they start building this piece of it, because they're just like a brand new agent. They don't even know what a 411 is. They've never been taught that, right? So you give them access to Fast Start, and it takes them through that first 411. And the reality is even the ones that have been there for a while in that messy middle, how many of them are actually doing a 411? Start them there, but they don't have a limit as how fast they can go through it. Okay. And if you have somebody that is, okay, is that D personality that says, all right, I'm gonna do expireds. Okay, great. You have access to breakthrough. Go look through the expired piece, implement that. So you get to direct them what they need, where they need it, based on where they are, where they want to go, and what's missing. And you know what they're getting each time. What would an increase for all of you to go up to 20% of your company dollar do for your market center, your profit, and your profitability? That's what we get every time. Now, keep in mind, it is a 6 to 9 month process to build it, right? It's not overnight. Okay, just throwing that out there. It's not necessarily the silver bullet or the magic pill, at least not if you're looking at 30 days. But if you're looking at that, long-term sustainable, and it is sustainable over time. Alex asked the question about, wait a minute, let me do, where and how to start the hiring process for a PC coach. Oh, I love that question. So team leader, okay, coaches that are out there, how many of you were agents that have had some success and all of a sudden raised your hand and said, I want to help other agents? And the team leader went, perfect, you're now the PC coach. Have at it. Yeah, a lot of your, right? That's what we do. It's the agent that goes, woohoo. So here's the thing, as an PC, as a coach, start thinking about this a little bit differently than from a mentor point of view. Think of your PC team as potentially the largest producing team in the market center. You are the rainmaker of that team. You are the team leader of that team, right? Because you have the same process in this. You don't have to be, how many team leaders, Jackie, how many rainmakers do you have that are great trainers and coaches?
Not so many.
Right? They're great at leads. They're great at that piece, right? But if they had this piece where the teaching piece was taken for them, and all they had to do was be the accountability partner, give the specific numbers, and then coach to the numbers, it would change their teams.
Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
That's the same thing for all of you PCs that are on here, right? You have the leverage piece where you don't have to know everything. You just have to make sure that you know how to direct them to their 20%, to their one thing, where to go and get it. Now you get to actually coach to the things that matter. So when you're looking for a coach, Alex, it's that person that's had success and could be potentially either one about to build a team or has a team, or would be that next rainmaker. We recommend that you do a year agreement, especially for brand new agents that are coming in, right? Not just the first 3 deals, because what if it's 3 buyers? They still need help with listings, don't they? right? You do not want to turn them loose on a listing if all they've had is 3 buyers. But if you do the first year, and think about you guys that have been in real estate, if it was just Patrice does 4 transactions, and that's what we see a lot, it's either 3 or 4 transactions. Are they really ready to be on their own after 3 or 4 transactions? Right? So I would highly recommend that you do a year agreement. In a lot of the market centers, the majority of market centers are probably doing a 10%, but we actually added a cap of $12,000. So if they pay 10% to the coach at a $12,000 cap, they're actually, the rest of the year is free, because we didn't want to go over maps. Because maps is what? $1,000 a month, right? You got it. But think about this. If you add in lead generation opportunities and you add in referral opportunities, then there's a lot of things you can do with that as well. So questions, thoughts, comments? God, that was it. Okay, I'm going away.
Give us what it's going to cost us.
You ready? $1,500 a month, unlimited agents, unlimited coaches in your market center. Yeah, right. That includes all the coach training, everything, everything. I shouldn't tell you what we're actually going to add to the program, because then you'd really, you wouldn't like it. How about an entire recruiting platform just for each of your market centers? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Jackie's like, really? Yep. Because here's the thing. You want to be able to recruit to the program, right?
Absolutely.
So we actually have a recruiting video that we customize for you also to help recruit for the program. That's it. That's it. No hidden fees or anything else.
All right. How do I show this to my OP?
So I will send everybody on here the video of this. And here's what I'd recommend though.
I have to go.
Set up a time where we can do this just with your team, because your OP is going to have some specific questions and want to see some specific things. I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. But I'll send out my Calendly link, by the way, is calendly.com/Rockstar Agent. So you are welcome. If you want to set up one of these specifically for your team, go on there, jump on there and do it. And I'll be happy to spend time with you guys.
Well, thank you for all your insights. Sorry I asked so many questions.
Yeah, do not be
Appreciate it.
sorry about that. Please ask all the questions you want to. I mean, that's why we're here. So we've made the mistakes, we've been through the challenges, and it's not perfect. I will tell you that, but it is getting fantastic results everywhere it goes into. And it's truly making a difference for agents and for market centers and for everybody involved. And that's what we have fun doing.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's an
Well,
amazing
thank you so
program.
much.
Cool. It is my pleasure. Thank you, everybody. Look
Thank
forward to
you.
seeing you all again.
Bye now.
All right. Bye.